Hello and welcome to the Book Bunch. My name is Sam. It's so great to have you guys here for another book haul video. It was my birthday on the weekend and the packages that I was expecting have arrived, so I thought I'd share with you some of the books that I've gotten recently. And I got a Kindle for my birthday, so I thought I might show you guys some of the things on my Kindle and like in my cases and stuff. I just got the very basic model, but I'm still excited about the prospect of reading it. So we'll do books first and then Kindle at the end in case you are interested. But there is a mix of like fantasy, that kind of thing, and then there's a couple of non-fiction as well. So I'm just going to go through the pile. First up is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. I think this book looks super cute and I am very excited to try this one. As you guys know, I really enjoy Asian fiction and like Asian mythology turned into fantasy books and all that kind of stuff. I just find it so fascinating and I always have a great time. So if you know of any others, please let me know in the comments below. But yes, I'm super excited about this one. Then I have these two books which were very lovingly given to me by my brother-in-law for my birthday. And I really wasn't expecting it, but I got this one. He bought me this one, which is Agents and Spies, and it's a collection of short stories all to do with agents and spies. It has authors like Arthur B. Reeve, John Buchan, Arthur Conan Doyle, that kind of thing. And then this one, which I'm super excited about, there's a little sticker I need to peel off, but that's fine. This one is Lost Atlantis short stories, and I love Atlantis. I love the idea of Atlantis. I think it's super cool. And fun fact, in the Bible there is actually an Atlantis story, so you'll have to go find that if you don't believe me, but it's in the Old Testament. And yes, it makes me wonder if maybe that's where all these myths and legends about Atlantis came from. But you never know. So yes, I'm super excited about this one, especially because I am super fascinated by that. And Atlantis is like one of my favorite Disney movies ever. Then there is this one which I got on holiday when we went on a railway little like afternoon trip thing on a steam railway, and it's just a book about outback railwaymen in Australia and like how they went about dealing with the heat and the desert and being a railwayman. And I'm kind of excited about that because it's some Australian history, and a bunch of my family members and even my husband's family members were involved in the railway for most of their lives, like going back a few generations. So I just picked that up as a little nod to them as well. Then there is The Magician's Daughter, and this one looks so beautiful. I cannot wait to try this one out. This will hopefully be read in time for my part 2 magic video, in case you guys enjoyed that first one. I am planning on doing a second one, but yes, this one looks super fun. Then I got Tolkien's Tales from the Perilous Realm, which looks so good. I've been wanting to pick this one up for quite a while. I love the idea that there is dragons and things in his world, and yeah, this has 5 classic tales all about the Perilous Realm, which is super exciting. There's even some Tom Bombadil in here, so yes, keen to get to that one as well. More magic for you guys. I got An Enchantment of Ravens. This book is so stunning to me. I just think it's beautiful. This has been recommended to me, but I don't actually know if it is clean or not. But I'm looking forward to finding out because it is super beautiful. I don't believe it's Christian, but who knows? If you do in the comments below, please feel free to share it with me, but I'm actually not sure. Then there is The Girl Who Drank the Moon. This one looks super cute. There's a little dragon like on her shoulder, and then there's like paper cranes, and I believe this is another Asian mythology retelling. This one though is middle grade, which I'm really excited to read about, and the author has a couple of other books as well. One called The Ogress and the Orphans, which sounds really interesting, and then The Witch's Boy. So fairy tales, and I love that. Love me some fairy tales. Then there is book 6 and book 8.5 of Keeper of the Lost City, which now means I should have all the ones that are currently out, because on my shelf up here I've got 7, 8, 9, which I haven't read yet, because I was waiting on 6, because I've read 1 to 5, and so now I believe I've got all of them, because I don't think book 10 is out yet, but excited to catch up. I am interested to see where the romance ends up going in this, because it is a love triangle, and from what I've read and seen online, I don't like who she ends up with, but it's not the end of the series yet, so I have hope. Or at least maybe once I've read these, I'll change my mind, but look, my hopes aren't that high for that part of the story, but I still am really enjoying it, so I'm still going to keep it up. Then I got In My Father's House, which is the years before The Hiding Place, which I read a little while ago and I did a review on it for you guys. I was floored by that book. That was such an amazing read, and you guys need to go read it. But this is set before those kind of that story takes place. There's also one set afterwards, but I really wanted to learn more about her sister. I really loved her sister, and yeah, just finding out more about how they were as kids and how they grew their faith and what it was like being a clockmaker's daughter and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited for that. I really love her story. It's so impactful, and I just wanted to know a bit more, so I got that one. Then I got The Forgiveness Journal by Lisa Turkhurst, who wrote Forgiving What You Can't Forget, and also she wrote Good Boundaries and Goodbyes. Those are the two of hers that I have read. I've also bought Uninvited, which is another one of hers. I'm really enjoying her books, and I'm really looking forward to trying that one out. But yes, I thought I'd buy The Forgiveness Journal because it kind of expands on forgiving what you can't forget, and there's like different things in there, but it's meant to basically help you journal through some of the things that you can't forget that you need to forgive, and how you come to that place, and a bit more about her story in doing that in her own life. And yes, I had received a voucher for my birthday, and I wanted to spend it, and I thought this was a good way to do so. And then finally, I believe for the book haul part is I bought a big book of hymns, which has inspiring stories, about 600 hymns and praise songs, and it's got it's like split up into different types of hymns, and then it's actually like got the hymn in it and then a little bit about it, and I really wanted to dive into hymns a bit more. I love hymns. I have almost always loved hymns. I mean, there was probably a period of time when I was younger where I was like, oh, hymns, they're boring. But I know at least since I've been 16, like since I was 16, that I've loved hymns. I don't know that I'll ever not love hymns, and I just love how it's such a conversation to God and a lot of the time, and how most hymns focus on God and rather than the self. And it's not about what you're getting from God. It's about what God has done, and praising God and thanking him and dwelling on him. And I just love that. So I wanted to kind of expand my knowledge of hymns, read some more about them, find some more hymns that I have never heard before, and yeah, enjoy reading about some that I have loved for years. So there is that. Then Kindle. I got a Kindle. I grabbed 2 different cases. This one I just thought was super cute. And then this one is like super bookish and interesting. I'm getting real close to the camera for you guys. But if you can see, it's like, it's so different in like every little section, and it's even different on the back. Like the pattern is just so interesting to me. I absolutely love it. So I grabbed that one. I couldn't decide what one I wanted to put on first, but my husband picked this one. So that is what we are going with. But I got my Kindle. Let's see if I can figure out how to show you the library. Mine is just the black and white one. I did not splurge on the color one, which I'm a little bit sad about because I love looking at the covers. As you guys know, I am a sucker for a good cover, and it does make me a little sad that I can't show you guys how beautiful some of these covers are. But yes, I'm going to try and show you some of the books I've got on my Kindle. So I've got the whole Ilion Chronicles, which I bought last night. I have read book 1 because I own it in the physical, and I've been wanting to expand my collection for a long time, especially with how much Celestia brags about it. But I just cannot afford the physical copies at this stage. And I knew it's probably going to be a couple of years before I can get the physical copies and invest in that. So I figured, look, I'll read the whole series. If I'm still super keen about it, I will then invest when I'm able. So in the meantime, I got the Kindle one, and there is 6 in the collection. I have Fiddler's Gun, which is I'm 40 something percent through, and 48% through or something. And it's meant to be a pirate duology as far as I'm aware, or pirate trilogy. But there's been no piratey thing so far, really. She's just been in an orphanage with a bunch of nuns. So I'm interested to see where things go with it, but I don't know. It wasn't what I expected when I picked it up. Then my English is so bad sometimes. I've got the whole series of the Rose Chronicles, which for some reason it doesn't display my number 1 with my other 2, but I've got that. I've got some trauma therapy books and stuff for uni on here. I've got Heart of the Sea, another pirate run one, because I'm reading pirate books for you guys at the moment for my next video. Then I've got Abasia's Fire, which I'd never heard of before. It's by Ronnie Kendrick, who is a big Enclave author. This series looked amazing, and I just bought the whole trilogy. Have not read it yet. Most of these I have not read yet. Then The Face of the Deep, again, another Enclave series. Have not read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. The Chronicles of Sarko, same boat. The Wickwire Watch, haven't read that one yet either. Super looking forward to that. Still Fry from the Gods. That one is an arc that has been very kindly sent to me to read early. I am reading it this month, so you only have to wait another week or 2 to get my opinion on that one, and I'm so excited for it. I bought Dear Henry, Love Edith because although I'm not a romance person, everybody that I know that has read it has said that I probably would like it because it is a bit more funny and lighthearted. And so I thought I'd just give it a go and see how I feel about it, but I have not read it yet. And then I've got The Forgotten Stone, which is I don't know if it's a clean romance fantasy or if it's a Christian romance fantasy, but I'm looking forward to that. I've got Keeper of the Enchanted Rooms, which is written by the author of, what did she write again? Spellmaker and Spellbreaker. Super keen for that. Then there's Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. Keen for that. I've got Mammoth, which is a duology. The second book is called Titan, and it is a Christian fantasy, and it's like quite big. Like, I believe each novel is at least 500 pages. But yeah, super interested in that. I've got The Mermaid's Tale, which is another arc which I am yet to get to, but I will. Blade of Ash, which is a clean or possibly Christian fantasy. Then there is For Whom the Sun Sings, which is another Asian one that I'm super excited for. Ignite the Sun, Daughter of the Sun, The Faithless Mage. Lots of fantasy stuff, as you can tell. Of Stormlarks and Silence. More counselling ones. Illuminaire. I've got Together We Burn. Saber's Pride, Grey Wolf's Heart, All Systems Red, Dragon's Kiss. Some of these I have read. The Ancient Light. I've got some Avonlea like short stories that I didn't know existed, but you can actually get them for free. Even without like Kindle Unlimited, they are just free because I believe they are like public domain kind of things. Same with Dr. Thorne, who I heard about that from, I believe I heard about it from Chantel, from her channel. Then there is Her Royal Spyness, which is meant to be a funny detective story or something, which I'm looking forward to. Same with The Unexpected Mrs. Polifax. I do like funny crime books, which is why I liked The Thursday Murder Club, although that has become quite unclean, so I'm avoiding the rest of the series now. But yes, hopefully these ones will scratch the same itch. Bad Tidings, The Looking Glass Illusion. I'm yet to get The Looking Glass, like the first one, so I need to get hold of that. The Eternity Gate, Sky of Seven Colours. Again, lots of Enclave on here. I've got more non-fiction. What else have I got? A Duet for Home. More uni textbooks. Renegades, The Vault Between Spaces, Lost Bits. Hancock, who's that? Karen Hancock's The Light of Eden, which I have not read yet, but I want to. I've got Follower of the Word series, The Sword of Lyric, the Songkeeper Chronicles. I've got Soulmark, Lands of Luxury, The Book of the Dun Cow, The Gatekeeper's Descendants. I can't even speak anymore. More non-fiction. Estuary, Shiloh, The Bright Abyss, The Green Ember, A Natural History of Dragons, The Sword of Cajun, which sounds and looks amazing, but it's really long, so I've been putting it off. More non-fiction. The Forgotten Garden. I've got the whole Consortium trilogy so far. Book 3 is so close to being out, and I cannot wait for that one. Then there is Radiant. I've also got Vivid, but for some reason it doesn't put it together all the time. Whoops, I skipped way too much. Sorry, guys. What else have I got? Here we go. The Wishing Seed, Enderwood, Oathbound, which was the first book in the Pirate Trilogy I was talking about before. Alcatraz and the Evil Librarians, Book 1. I don't know if I will continue with the rest of that series. It did feel a bit young for me, which it's meant to because it is for young people. So I just don't know that I will invest in it for myself. The Earth Treader, A Crown of Chains. I've got the full Firebird series. Brand of Light, Hacker by Ted Dekker. Vivid, which is book 1 of that Color Theory series I was talking about. Storm and Spire, King Arthur and Her Knights, which I'm looking forward to reading. Celestia got me onto that as well. Calor, which I cannot wait for Lumen to come out. The Sword in His Hands, Doomed June, Bear Knight, The City of Brass. I do have those books, have not read them yet. Some short stories, and then some Prime reading that was just already preloaded for some reason. But that's everything on my Kindle. Hope you guys found that exciting. But yes, let me know what else I should get on my Kindle, and if you like the Kindle or not, how I can use it more and get into it if you're an ebook person. I never used to be an ebook person, but I've just found at this stage in my life I've had to be one, and I'm not hating it. I still definitely prefer paperbacks, but ebooks are not a bad second. So that is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this bonus video, and I will see you guys on Saturday for our pirate themed video. Okay, have a good one. Bye.